Hello and welcome to the 7th episode of the Young Footy Fanatics YouTube channel. Today we'll be doing a recap of all the round 17 games. I'll start off with the Manly and Raiders score. So the score was Manly 16 and Canberra Raiders 30. Tries to Dylan Walker, Hamal Ulakatatu, Moses Sully from the Manly Seagulls. Conversions from Ruben Garrick, 2 times out of 3. The tries came in the 7th minute, the 64th minute, and the 70th minute. We'll move on to the Raiders now. We got Tom Starling scoring in the 28th minute, Sam Walker with a double in the 35th minute. Pardon? Sam Williams in the 35th and the 51st minute. Sebastian Chris scoring in the 56th minute, and Emre Gula scoring in the 74th minute. Jared Croker kicking 5 out of 5 conversions. Harry, what are the stats looking like?
So the stats was Lachlan Croker with 59 tackles, Josh Hodgson with 42. Most run meters was Ruben Garrick with 151 and Joseph Tapine with 234. That's a lot there. Most fantasy points was for Manly, 65 from Dylan Walker and 76 from Sam Williams. My opinions from the game was at the start, I thought it was going to be an upset here with no Turbo and no Daly Cherry Evans guiding them around. I did see Kieran Foran step up, but it wasn't big enough. Raiders, they played really well. They just kept Manly out of the game right through to the 80th minute. Kobe, what's your opinion on the game?
I think Dylan Walker played a really good game. Not really steering the team though.
Yeah.
Raiders fullback did what they needed to do and got over Manly.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Raiders were missing a few players. Elliot Whitehead was out, and Hudson Young had to fill it in. Did he play well?
Yep, he did. I like him as a player, Hudson Young.
Same with me. All right, let's move on to the Cowboys-Rabbits game. Who scored and who converted?
So the score was Rabbitohs 46, Cowboys 18. A bit of a smash in this game.
Yeah.
Tries to Blake Taffy, 23rd minute. Tane Milne with a double in the 31st and the 34th minute. Tom Burgess in the 58th minute. Tane Milne with a hat trick in the 67th minute, and Alex Johnson in the 70th. Conversions 5 out of 8 to Adam Reynolds and 2 out of 2 penalty goals. We'll go the Cowboys here. Tom Dearden scoring in the 17th minute, Shane Wright in the 19th, and Kyle Feld in the 77th minute. Scott Drinkwater kicking 2 out of 2 conversions.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Scott kicking 1 out of 1 penalty goals. And we have a Symbian here. It was Heilum Lukey in the 43rd.
Just before we move on to the stats, Alex Johnson did score in the 37th and 48th minute as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the stats. Jaden Su'A making 35 tackles with Reece Robertson 40 tackles. Not many tackles in that game. Most run meters was Braden Burns for the Rabbits, 183, and with Jason Taumalolo scoring 188 run meters. Most fantasy points was Alex Johnson with 69 and Jason Taumalolo for the Cowboys with 68. In my opinion for this game, it was a good game. Cowboys, they came out strong, and then Rabbits, they just dominated after right from the get-go from the 20th minute. They didn't start off too well with Cowboys scoring a few tries, but then they started in the 20th minute. The tries just kept coming. Tane Milne, he's a good player. He's actually not a winger. He's actually a second row, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's big change.
Yeah, and a centre. What's your thoughts on the game?
I thought at the beginning of the game we could see an upset, but Rabbitohs just took the front foot. Dejan Arce played pretty well, and I think from the Rabbitohs, Jaden Sewer was on fire in defence.
Yeah, and Cowboys they had Arce playing at fullback. It's in the thing, but it was actually Scott Drinkwater playing fullback.
Yeah, that makes more sense because Dejan Arce is a 5'8".
Drinkwater has played fullback.
Yeah, and Drinkwater is a fullback and 5'8".
Alright, let's move on to the Bulldogs-Roosters game. Lachlan Lewis scored in the 16th minute and the 33rd minute, with Nick Meaney with 40 in the 47th minute. 2 conversions from Jake Averillo out of 3, with the Roosters scoring in the 4th, 7th, 29th and 51st, with Billy Smith, Satili Tupunua, Joseph Manu and Matt Ikavalu scoring there. Sam Walker converted 2 out of 4 goals with 1 penalty goal. The score ended up being 22-16. Roosters winning it. It was a close game. Not expecting it to be this close.
Yeah, no, I thought a smashing. That's what I said in our most recent video.
Yeah.
I hit on a smashing.
Stats.
Thoughts on the game. Stats, yeah, I'll go Josh Jackson, 56 for the Bulldogs. That was the top tackler for this game, with Victor Radley coming in second with 47 tackles. Nick Meaney, most run meters from the Bulldogs with 148, and from the Roosters it was Joseph Manu with 290. Most line breaks, we have Nick Meaney with 1, and Matt Ikavalu with 2 from the Roosters. Most fantasy points from the Bulldogs, it was Josh Jackson, and from the Roosters, it was Joseph Manu.
Yeah, not expecting this score. Victor Radley came back well, and seeing that run meter distance, it's not looking good to the Bulldogs' attack, does it?
No.
The whole game, they're trying to get out of their own goal. Own half.
Yeah. The Roosters player, their top running meters player was Joseph Manu. He got an extra 140 meters, about that, over Nick Meaney. And I'm sure there was heaps more players coming in with run meters over there.
Joe Riga-Hargraves, he was captain. He had to step up. Do you think he stepped up in that game?
Not as much as we have seen. Only playing 60 minutes, so...
In my opinion, most definitely. I think he stepped up as captain.
Yeah. I do see him as a long-term captain, though, over James Tedesco, or co-captain, those two.
Yeah, alright, let's move on to the last game, Sharks-Warriors. Sharks ended up winning 20-12. Their tries came in the 22nd minute, 33rd minute, and 35th minute. Connor Tracy scoring, Braden Trindle, and Brendan Hamlin-Uele. I loved his celebration. Did you, Kobe?
Yeah, it was great. I thought he actually hit him.
Same.
Yeah, everyone thought.
Braden Trindle kicking 3 out of 3 conversions. I was surprised that he was kicking. I thought Johnson was going to kick.
Might have had a bit of a leg injury or groin area.
Yeah. Penalty goals, Braden Trindle with 1. The Warriors scoring in the 16th and the 57th minute. Weiss Welsh scoring in the 16th and RTS scoring in the 57th. Reece Welsh was the kicker, scoring 2 out of 2 conversions. I was surprised it was not Cody Nikorima kicking. But two unusual kickers, like I saw. Like I was surprised them kicking. Kobe, stats.
Yeah, the stats, Wade Egan with 59 tackles and Aiden Tolman with 43.
Yeah.
Those were the top tacklers from each team. From the Warriors, Reece Walsh with the most metres, 195. Toby Rudolph, the most running metres from the Sharks with 169. Most line breaks, it was equal in this game. Connor Tracy with 1 from the Sharks and Reece Walsh with 1 from the Warriors. Aiden Tolman getting 58 fantasy points, most from the Sharks, and most in the game was Wade Egan with 62.
Yeah, it was a good game. I thought it was going to be an upset. I go for the Sharks. I was pretty happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you reckon Braden Trindle was kicking for the future? Like, do you see him starting halfback next year when alongside Nico Hines when Sean Johnson leaves?
I'm not a big fan of Braden Trindle. I'd rather Connor Tracy playing there, but knowing that Tracy, he kind of had to because of the COVID breaches from Will Chambers. I'm happy how he played, but I think I'd rather someone like Connor Tracy. I even want to see Luke Metcalf have a go. I like him as a player, just like Hudson Young. I think I'd rather see Nico Hines and Connor Tracy playing next year.
Yeah. Who takes Connor Tracy's spot in the back line, out wide, in the outside backs?
Jackson Ferris. He had a chance coming back. He's a good player. He's played like one game.
Yeah.
I want to see him playing more. He's a good player. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame about Bronson Cherry as well, because he definitely would have been in there and filled that spot.
Yeah.
Key players from the Warriors, or like what I thought what they did right. Reece Walsh having a big game.
Yeah.
That's about it. Like, they didn't really have too many players step up.
I liked Matthew Lodge yesterday. I liked him.
Yeah, obviously needed a big game coming to a new club.
Yeah. I think I just need to see him play a bit more minutes. Like, I know he played 58 minutes. I think he could get to that 65 or 70 minute game.
Yeah. All right, we'll move. Well, that's it.
We'll wrap it up there. Thank you for listening. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.